Before starting the video, I want to request you please watch the video till the end. Once you hear me out, you will hopefully be able to understand what is love jihad. The phrase love jihad is made up of two words, love and jihad. To understand anything, it is very important to understand its basics. So before understanding what is love jihad, we need to understand very little about jihad and its importance. The word jihad had its origin in Quran. Jihad is mentioned in Quran 41 times. So what is the meaning of jihad? Well, according to Google, it means struggle or fight the enemies of Islam. But who are these enemies? He declared a jihad against the infidels. Infidel or kafir simply means a person who does not believe in Allah or Allah's teaching or about the Prophet or doctrines of Islam. And even if you believe in all of them, but also believe in some other faiths or some other god or is a part of some other religion such as Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism or any other 4299 religion other than Islam, you are a kafir. The meaning of jihad is not so simple. While it is true that literally the Arabic word jihad means to strive, but in the mouth of the Prophet, as also in the latter day Islamic theology, jihad is not a mere word like any other. It has become a whole institution, namely the aggressive war for the spread of the only true faith till the kafirs get converted to humble themselves by agreeing to become zimmis or are killed. The Prophet minces no words in making jihad an obligatory duty for every Muslim. The importance of jihad in Islam. Jihad is not something that is misinterpreted by some extremist of Islam. Ayats cited as number 1, 4, 17, 18 and 21 make the message from Allah more than clear. Jihad was held up by Prophet as superior to all other meritorious deeds such as prayer, fasting, pilgrimage, etc. The believer who kills kafir in jihad is honored as Ghazi and enjoys a higher status in the Muslim Ummah. The Quran 9.10 makes the point very clear. The Mujahid, means the Muslim who engages in jihad, is presented as far superior to the main mu'min, means the person who affirms that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad is the Prophet of Allah. Once a man asked him, "Guide me to such a deed as equal as jihad." Prophet Muhammad answered, "I do not find such deed." Types of jihad. The Hadith collection commentaries on the Quran and treatises on the specific Islamic law also proclaim that the so-called ayats on jihad pertain to only one form of jihad, namely jihad bil sayf, that means striving by the sword. At the same time, they mention three other forms of jihad as follows: jihad bil nafs, striving by the heart or consciousness; jihad bil lisan, striving by the tongue or word of mouth; jihad bil qalam, striving by the pen. India has discovered another form of jihads, that is love jihad, education jihad, population jihad, media jihad, film and television jihad, etc. All these phrases are ridiculously made up, but that doesn't mean these cases do not happen. Textbooks describing Adil as a hygienic boy, whereas Abhimanyu is a dirty boy who does not wash his hands. Appan has flies on his sweets, but Aslam has covered his sweets. Don't forget the holy thuk. And we all know about the population jihad.
طلاق یافتہ میں ایک فائدہ یہ کہ وہ کمپرومائز کرنے میں زیادہ آپ کے ساتھ کمپرومائز کرے گی، کیونکہ اس کو ایک دفعہ طلاق کا دھگا لگ چکا ہے. وہ کہے گی یار اب گزارا چلاؤ. 3 شادیاں جو کنوارا بیوہ سے اور طلاق یافتہ سے کرے گا، چوتھی شادی اس کی مفتی طارق مسعود صاحب کے ذمے ہے. 16 سال کی لڑکی نہیں ملے 2 8 سال کی، ورنہ 4 سال کی. انڈیا میں مسلمان اگر اپنی نسل روکتے تو آج کہا جاتا ہے 20% ہے، وہاں بھی زیادہ. فرض کرو 20% ہیں تو اور کم ہوتے. ان کے ووٹ کی ویلیو بالکل. اس سے پتہ چلتا ہے کہ اولاد بڑھانا یہ اتنی اسلام کا اہم حکم ہے کہ صحابہ میں یہ پہلے سے مشہور. اور اس عنوان میں آپ نے بتا دیا کہ میں صرف بچے جننے والی عورت سے نہیں، کثرت سے بچے جننے والی عورت سے نکاح کی ترغیب دے رہا ہوں.
But what makes the love jihad a crime? Is it a crime? Propaganda? Hindutva conspiracy as per the Wikipedia? What makes love jihad fall under the principles of crime? Impersonation, blackmailing, murder, these all are crimes and key elements in love jihad.
The fact of the matter, Rahul, is, and I repeat myself here, I've said this before, impersonating someone else's religion for the purposes of entrapping a woman or coercing her to change her religion for the purposes of marriage or of living out peaceful married life are criminal offenses, period. For the leftists and the logically challenged, most often one and the same thing, the means do not justify the end. Where the end is an interfaith marriage, which by itself is a wonderful thing. Now you can bunch these 3 offenses under any phrase, love jihad or grooming jihad, it doesn't matter. What matters is, do these offenses happen? The answer is yes, by their hundreds.
There are hundreds of cases of this term love jihad. A guy names himself as a Hindu and befriends a woman. After having a sexual relationship with her, he confesses to her that he is a Muslim and that if she wants to continue, even in some cases after marriage, she needs to convert to Islam, and in some cases, murder of the woman was the end to this madness. Grooming jihad is just a process to make people go towards Islam, whether it is by force or by subtle propaganda. These are not mere cases of propaganda by BJP IT cell to target minorities, where even minorities like Dalits and Christians are also affected by love jihad. There is nothing anti-Muslim about love jihad or anti-conversion laws. These laws are there to protect women from love jihad madness. But the left liberal secular ecosystem would not want you to believe that love jihad exists, because it disturbs the basic secular lining of Nehruvian socialism. But this grooming jihad exists and increasing subtly under our nose. Now some people find it unfair and wrong to use the word jihad, which defeats the purpose of acknowledging the problem associated with the religious conversion in the context of interfaith marriage. By adding jihad with every such planned crime is robbing the real issue of legitimacy. Most of these reports are from right-wing news portal like OP India and Swarajya. But you can't deny the context and cases in these reports which are also reported by local media. As Haruki Murakami puts it, closing your eyes isn't going to change anything. Nothing's going to disappear just because you can't see what's going on. In fact, things will be even worse the next time you open your eyes. That's the kind of world we live in. Keep your eyes wide open. Ultimately, these cases are a reminder of what may happen to us if we continue to live in denial. Jai Hind.